New details almost a year after it happened. An arrest has finally been made in a deadly hit and run in Limestone County Annex Decatur. This woman, Kaitlynn Hall, is now charged with reckless murder after police said she was driving drunk, hit a car from behind and didn't stop. A man died as a result of the crash. WAAY 31's Scotty K was in Decatur today and has community reaction to the arrest.
Decatur police responded to that fatal crash back in April of 2018. After investigating, they realized it was a hit and run, but it wasn't until last week that the person accused of fleeing the scene was arrested.
It took entirely too long.
That was Chris Hauser's response when he learned a woman was just recently arrested in a deadly hit and run that happened almost a year ago.
Sadly, it's not the first time I've heard something like this happen.
Kaitlynn Hall now faces charges of reckless murder, driving under the influence, and leaving the scene of a crash.
It makes me kind of sad that someone would do that and then leave. And common courtesy would be to sit there and help the person, even if there was nothing you could do. Take responsibility for what you did.
This man, Larry White, was killed in the crash, and a woman in his car was taken to the hospital. Hauser says he knows other people who have died in similar situations and says this is just another reminder of the dangers of drinking and driving.
Don't do it. It's not worth whatever comes out of it. I mean, it's just not worth it.
Hauser says he's just glad Larry White's family now has some answers.
It doesn't change the fact that it happened, but knowing that the person that caused it isn't able to hurt anyone else, I think it's the closest thing they can have to closure at this point.
I reached out to the Limestone County District Attorney's Office to see if they could tell me why Hall was just now arrested for the crime. District Attorney Brian Jones tells me any traffic homicide involves a very comprehensive investigation and can be a fairly lengthy process. He says fatal car crashes in Limestone County are always turned over to a grand jury for review, and in this case, Kaitlynn Hall was indicted by a grand jury in February. Reporting in Decatur, Scotty K, WAAY 31 News.
Kaitlynn Hall was released from the Limestone County Jail after posting a $25,000 bond.